Okay, we've got Tittle Tattle Car Edition again. Tittle Tattle episode, I believe 83 or 84, somewhere in there, the media show that Bill and I typically do every week for supporters only, but y'all are lucky because the internet situation in our new homestead in Florida is shaky at best. So Bill has been helping me out so that we can keep the content going, even if it is from the car. And so everybody's going to get this for free for the next week or two. Just consider it my gift, okay? Bill, what are we looking at right now?
Okay, so the reason Allison and I are talking about this because there's a bunch of other topics we could be talking about right now. I know that but this one is this one's for the boys, as they like to say. This one, the video is a couple of years old. However, it started to make its rounds back up, especially with those of us who are old school media. And we shared this out a couple of years ago, and I've had a lot of people send it back to me and say, oh my God, this was amazing. And, so basically, this is WGN out of Chicago, WGN Channel 9 Superstation for all of us old school guys who remember the cable box and you flip the channel and you press 9. Chicago Superstation, WGN. This is their news station responding directly to viewer feedback. All right, let's check it out.
We have a strongly worded email from Nick to address. He says, first, I'm a big fan of WGN News, accurate, professional, and timely. What I am not a fan of is anchors saying thank you to every reporter after every report.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Oh, brother. Please stop thanking reporters.
Yeah.
It's their job.
Yeah, it is their job.
Just move on and start reading the next story. We as viewers cannot care if
Yeah.
anchors feel the need to be over polite to field reporters. Well, Nick, we agree and we fixed the problem.
That's the latest live from Wrigley. Nancy Liu, WGN News.
Nancy, you parishioners added
Shelley Davis, WGN News.
Kelly, you. Chicago police.
They're live all morning long from Lollapalooza here in Grant Park.
All right, Dean, that does it for us this morning.
Thanks so much.
How you guys?
How's that?
Kelly Davis, WGN News.
Here's the complaint line.
Lauren is a potty mouth.
Yeah.
Let the truth be known.
on WGN Morning News tonight.
I'll see you guys live from Lollapalooza.
I think it just gives the
all
back
morning
rooms a chance to push the right button. That's kind of why we do it. But
Such an improvement.
there's the complaint line.
I am actually surprised. Do you think that they would do this in today's environment? I don't know, Bill.
Here's the deal. I am one of those people. I'm all for shock value, and I'm all, here's the deal. WGN used to be an old school beacon of journalism, but at the same time, you got to stay somewhat relevant. The fact that they set this up and it's literally gotten, let's scroll down here, just 81,000 views over 4 years is a testament to people that just want to beep and complain and beep and moan and see what I did there. So props to WGN. 4 years ago, this was amazing. And today it's still relevant, but it's still passing. It's making the rounds again. And I love it. What do you think? I thought it was great. Obviously, let's be clear about one thing. Obviously, this was set up, it was staged, and these news anchors would never do this in real life. But I still think it's great that they even went to the trouble to do this.
Well, they wouldn't do it on purpose in real life, though. I do know a couple people who have been fired for hot mic issues where it was actually done. I think I should... Honestly, my husband, Lynn, has been telling me for a while I should be reading viewer comments weekly. I should just do a weekly viewer comments read because I get some of the most bogus comments and some of the meanest comments, but they're funny if you don't take them too seriously. So I don't know, maybe people can opine in the comment section. Okay, well, before I give my opinion, don't forget, if you want to help me get out of the car, I mean, if somebody was how long until Allison has a crackhead come knock on the window? Probably not too much longer. I mean, I have my windows down. I have to put my windows down because I didn't want my audio to pair with the Bluetooth in the vehicle. So I have my windows down. So I'm in a parking lot talking to my cell phone right now. People think I'm nuts. Like, that's the new lady that just moved to Florida. Anyway, so yeah, help me get out of my car and get some real internet. You thought it was bad in Washington. No, it's worse in Florida. AllisonWinePromo.com. 50% off some amazing extremist altitude Molbex and 50% off shipping. And hopefully someday I'm literally holding myself over. I don't even have a selfie stick. Like, that's how broke this whole operation is right now. I don't even have a selfie stick with me.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe for Alice.
I mean, I'm just, and you know, you can, I don't know if you can see, yeah, I got the producer in the back.
Producer.
Yeah, she's being very good for like.
She's not giving us a rap, so let's go.
No. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, AllisonWinePromo.com. Get some amazing Malbecs. Get them for Father's Day. Father's Day's coming up. And you get 50% off the wine, 50% off shipping. Argentina, can't get them anywhere else. One for almost 9,000 feet. Okay. Well, I think one of the reasons this may resonate with people is because I think folks kind of wonder if behind the scenes it's sort of like that, you know, if all the thank yous and the niceties, you know, remember like Anchorman, I think sadly was actually very true to form in a lot of ways. I remember going to see Anchorman with some of my buddies when I worked at Fox News Channel. It came out at the same time, went to this movie theater in Manhattan, which is apparently thick with wildfire smoke right now. Yeah. So if you know somebody in Manhattan, email me if you're watching this in Manhattan, come on the show and show us what it looks like. But I think it resonates with people because people think it is kind of like that behind the scenes. And actually in the case of Anchorman, where he's like, F you, San Francisco or whatever, it actually, you know, there's a lot of truth to some of that. And I have friends actually who, I won't say which market it was, but I have friends who cannot stand some of the people that they toss to. You know, that's just what it's called, like a toss, you know, back or forth, like thank you or whoever joins us. And in their brains, they are probably saying F you. I in fact, we'll just say like one time, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but one time I had an anchor who was like not really the most ethical person to work with. And, you know, what I will admit, like, I was tossing back to him, and yes, I had some, what do you want to call it, resentment that I probably should have left behind. And so I guess he thought he could hear that in my voice when I came up to my desk and told me, like, you know, you can't go, like, let's say his name was, think of a name, Bill, so I don't out him. Eric. Like, it's just, okay, Eric. Like, he said I was doing that to him. Eric. And so he's like, you can't just say Eric. And I was like, oh, really? After everything that I know that you've done in this newsroom, I can't say Eric you know, I can't say Eric the right way. Anyway, but I just have to say, like, I think it resonates with people because they think folks talk like that, I think, or that there's some truth to that. And I think people, like, also don't, you know, there's like this edge with people distrusting the media, which we can totally understand. We talk about that all the time. Yeah. That they kind of like living through that precariously or vicariously, right? They like kind of like the idea of like the anchor saying F you to the reporters because they kind of feel that way too a little bit. I don't know. What do you think about that, Bill?
Oh, I agree. But I also think that there's always been this stigmata of, you know, back in the day, up until about the 2010s, there was always the anchor people and the weather person and the sports guy, and then you've got reporters, and then you've got photographers, and then editors, et cetera down the line. There was always this hierarchy that you know, always existed. But in the 2010s, it became more of a mutual respect. You know, we love going to play softball together. We love going to the karaoke bar together. And, you know, Evansville, Indiana, for the crap town that it is, sorry if you're from Evansville, love you, but the town is crap. The news people there, we all hung out together. We all played softball together. It was amazing. And in the 2010s, there became this, now we're just in it to win it. We just want to keep our jobs. We want to, you know, put news content out there. And but I think that inviting the casual everyday viewer into our lives like this, I think think they kind of respect it. Of course, there's always going to be that anchor person who feels like, I should not have to go out and report, or I shouldn't have to ever edit. Obviously, there's always going to be those people. But for the most part, I feel like we've gotten so far past that in the news business. But Allison, if you don't mind, let's go ahead and if you'll share my screen here that I've got presenting.
Oh, I don't know if I can, Bill. I'm having a hard time scrolling down.
Oh, okay. Well, if you can't, that's fine. But I just wanted
Let me see if I turn my camera this way.
Okay.
Hang on. Okay, I got it. Here. Okay,
we
that
went to horizontal, Allison. Here we go.
Okay.
From the entire Channel 4 news team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
That's what I'm saying. There's so much truth actually to that, maybe not that particular moment, but that movie, there was so much truth to it. It was scary.
Yeah. Very scary. There is actually a news anchor in a particular market in Kentucky who fancies himself the Ron Burgundy of South Central Kentucky. This was the perfect, like, we legit all went to the theater to watch this movie, and Allison, he was legit go, hey, that's me, I'm that guy. And I'm like, okay, there's some parts where it's funny and some parts it's like, bruh. So
okay, where did this? Oh, Manhattan looks like we're back in COVID days. Everyone is wearing a mask, and Home Depot is sold out of respirators.
I want to address that real quick because
thanks, Marcus. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Marcus. My paying job, I actually trained a couple of people who actually live in Canada and are in the Ottawa area over the past few days. And, normally I would say God bless and look after our neighbors to the north because they have to deal with Justin Trudeau on a daily basis. But now on the real, God bless all of the Alison Morrow supporters, all the Tittle Tattle supporters that wave the Canadian flag, because it's gotten bad up there. I know in New York, I know you're the center of the effing universe, but so many people have been affected by the wildfires going on in the Ontario province and Ottawa and Toronto. So, our thoughts and prayers go out to them.
KM says Brian Williams called out Romney Obama for thanking everyone before debates. It was a holdover from 2008. I will say this. I don't know what you think. If anchors stopped thanking reporters when they toss back, I think it would come across to people rude a little bit. I do think people, they may call it redundant and unnecessary, but I do think people would think it's rude if they just moved on. I don't know what you think.
It's a no-win situation. If the anchors say thank you, then, oh my God, they're just doing their job. But if they don't say thank you, they're going to get protested out front by whatever fringe group is like, how dare you not thank that person for doing their job. So it's a no-win situation. But I've never once came across a news anchor who did not, at minimum, appreciate reporters and people who actually worked out in the field. They thought it was beneath them, but they appreciated it.
I love Tittle Tattle, no censors, no fear. And Allison, a proper TikToker. I don't know if that's TikToker or talker.
I think they mean TikToker.
I was telling Bill before we went live that thank God everyone's used to seeing me without having brushed my hair or having done my makeup, because otherwise this would be a very rude awakening. Me just like in my overalls. I took see, look, there's somebody just driving. He's going to park next to me right now. Somebody's parking next to me.
Whoa, stay alive then. Well, hold on, stay alive because, bro.
Maybe he wants to be on the live stream. Anyway, but yeah, it would be a total rude awakening. But see, this is why I used to say the anchors, going back to anchors that I used to work with, they always, they would wear so much makeup.
Yeah.
Then every once in a while they would come in before having done their makeup and people would just be like staring at them like,
oh yeah.
But if you come in with no makeup, then it's only, the only way is up. So I never wore makeup because then I could get away with not wearing makeup on TV, even though I did get called out by my bosses every once in a while because they were just used to seeing me like this. It's just like expectation.
Yeah.
But going back to this whole bleep you stuff, I do think one thing I will say, I don't know about the anchor saying thank you, but anyone who says your name multiple times when talking to you. So for instance, if I said, well, Bill, you know, whenever you're interviewing somebody and they answer by kind of, Bill, that's a great question, or Bill, thanks for bringing that up, or you know they're a sociopath or some, you know, some kind of like maybe low level psychopath. But I feel like that's definitely a sales technique and you're getting played. Or it's like 90%. Maybe there's a few people out there who use that. They learned it and you know, they were going into like insurance sales or something, and they told them that
car sales,
this is what you should do. And they, you know, they're nice people, but they're just they're reading, you know, too literally into the sales book. But most people, I think, who do that are like low level psychopaths. I don't know what you think about that, but that's
no.
So if I ever worked with somebody in the news business who did that a lot, that was where I drew the line. See, and I'm not going to show you, but anyway, we've got company.
Okay, real quick, for real, Allison's right. If somebody continuously with the names, that's definitely Dexter sociopath. I will also say that if you want, there is a couple of different people on TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, Nikki Burdine, who is the morning show anchor for WKRN News 2 in Nashville, Tennessee. Her TikTok is nothing more than her morning routine. She gets to the news station. She does her she looks like a hot mess, and she'll be the first one to say it. She looks like a hot mess, and then she does her makeup, and then she does the transition, and now she's a effing supermodel. And you know, she's always been an attractive person, don't get me wrong. And Nikki, you know, I love you to death, sweetie. I think you're the best and you're a great news anchor, but you know, that's her shtick on TikTok, you know, is I come in hot mom mess and ow. So
maybe I need to start doing that. There has been a request to get this guy on, but
all right.
I'm not going to do it. And yeah, if Allison Mara wore makeup or brushed her hair, the industry would never recover. I did get called in once, and I was told that I'm kooky. I have kooky hair, and I did tell you about the time, Bill, where I got called in to start drying my hair.
Yes, I remember that story.
Should I retell that really quickly?
Yeah, please go. Yes, it's a great story.
Look, this guy's taking a riding mower off of his car.
Oh, whoa! Are you and the producer safe? That's
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I used to come to work with my hair wet, and my boss told me I had to stop, that I needed to come to work camera ready. And I told her, because they had been telling me what to do with my hair. I had to cut my hair the way they wanted it done. I had to style my hair the way they wanted it done. And I said to her, okay, so wait a second. You're basically telling me that my hair is, let's see if I can you see? I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see the riding mower. Can you see him?
I see him going by. I see him right there. Awesome.
Anyway, okay, so I said my hair is basically part of my job. That's what you're saying, right? Like I have to do what you say because it's part of my job. Yes. And I'm like, okay, just like my gear, my camera gear, or my microphones, whatever, the hair is the same thing. Yeah. She kept saying, yeah, exactly. It's your equipment. You do your job with it. It's in the contract. I even said it's in my contract, so you can tell me what to do. Yeah. So I said, so then it's like I'm on the job, you know, I'm on the clock when I'm doing my hair. So I'm not going to come in with my hair done. I'm sorry. You're going to pay me to do my hair. Anyway, she told me that she didn't buy that. And when I was a muckety muck in New York, maybe I could use that excuse, but I couldn't use it there. But I'll tell you what, I never did what she said. I still came in with my hair wet and I never got in trouble again. So I think it worked. Anyway, thanks everybody for supporting Tittle Tattle. Thanks, Bill, for being here. I have a feeling the next video I do, I should just say for everybody that's watching, like, where are all of your hard-hitting interviews and everything? I put out a bunch of email requests for people, including the QAnon shaman, Jig Chansley, and his attorney. So I was told that my request has been forwarded to the right person, and so I hopefully have made it through. But his attorney actually wrote me back and said that he had to forward it on to some media guy that's handling all these requests. But I'm hoping that we'll get him on soon because I think that would be really interesting. And also, Reclaim the Net had an interesting story about how this lawsuit against the Biden administration for First Amendment violations I guess in court, the judge asked about if you can question vaccine safety or masks, if questioning that is protected by the First Amendment, and the attorney for the Biden administration said it depends. So anyway, I got emails out to start talking about stuff. So hopefully, but all those live streams are going to come from the car, which should be an interesting thing because Bill so far is the only one who's dealt with the car studio. When will Bill Dozer upload more golf videos?
Oh, that's a great question. There's some things in the works. Thank you for that question, by the way. I've got some irons in the fire. I promise I'll have some updates, and if Allison is so kind, I will announce it on her platform. But I would also like to say that Allison and I both are working on bringing you some content regarding everything that's happened at CNN recently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because there's some big stuff about that. Also, I know that the Live Golf Tour joining the PGA Golf Tour, I know that's become a big issue here, especially along sports media, and I would love to give you my take on some of that. Maybe Allison will let me post a video that she could put out there for her content on her platform. If you're interested in that, please let us know, and we'll bring you everything we can.
Okay. On that note, thanks everybody for dealing with all of this. Hopefully I will have internet in a week or two. Otherwise, get used to the car. All right, and we're going into Florida summer, so the car live stream should start getting really interesting.
Yeah, that's that. You can't do that.
Have to turn the car off so that it doesn't hit the Bluetooth, which means I'm going to be sitting here in 90-degree weather with the humidity doing the live stream. So that should be interesting. Okay, bye.